who conveniently just dropped a 27 elim win in the Solo Cash Cup finals. So I'm going to break down every single fighting strategy he used across every single one of those elims. Mr. Savage decides to land at Spaghetti Grotto and immediately grabs a shotgun off spawn and then uses the wind tunnel here to W key. He doesn't actually drop down, he instead follows the other player who is still gliding in. Now because the other player landed first, this means he's getting keyed by some of the guards that are around here, which creates an opening for Mr. Savage to start the fight. He has no mats, but since he's a shotgun, he can repeatedly just right-hand sprint peek the other player, picking up an easy elim. Now, since he had the shotgun, he immediately had the advantage in a close-range, no-material fight, but had he left some time to grab some more materials and maybe get some shield and a spray weapon or something, the other player would have also done the same, so he would have lost this advantage. This also means that he can immediately wipe out Eminem and grab his minigun, can't believe that's a sentence I actually just said, before any other players from the surrounding drop spots can push in. This is also important because once you knock out the bosses in these POIs, all the other bots decide to stop keying you, so you don't have to worry about them shooting you and wasting shield, and you can automatically open any of these henchman chests too, giving Savage the best loot possible in a very short period of time. Now there is actually one more player contesting here, Dr. MX Molecules 20. Oh, it's Dr. Molecule. Okay, we figured it out, we got there. Clearly, Savage has the weapon advantage here, so after a single shot from the tank, he just easily finishes off this player with the minigun. After wiping out every single player in the POI, this now gives him completely free access to the vault, and with the guaranteed llama that spawns in here, plus all of the other chests, he's now completely capped materials with basically the best loot in the entire game. So he takes this insane loot into the wind tunnel and pushes towards Retail Row. Now here, Mr. Savage does a mechanic using the grappler that a ton of other pros use. As he drops from the zipline, he grapplers the floor and then slide jumps to keep the forward momentum going. This is a mechanic that we will see a lot in this match. The other mechanic Savage uses a ton here is the grappler cancel, where when approaching this fight in Retail Row, he grapples and then immediately switches to a shotgun, which allows him to shoot or build without being stuck in the grappler animation. This specific cancel allows him to keep height over the opponent, and from there he immediately places a ton of cones and floors to try and create some extra control over the opponent. This is unfortunately unsuccessful as the other player disengages, but this is where the RG minigun comes into play. Now what makes this minigun so overpowered is that each bullet deals 21 damage to players, but it has a 50% damage buff when used on structures. This means that it deals 252 damage per second to players, but 396 damage per second to structures. Because it deals such a high amount of structure damage, Savage can just use this easily to jump and spray into the other player's